welcome to Zippity's Garage. Jeff Zippity Doodah here, and we are over at Autobella Detailing in Southampton, New Jersey. And if you're familiar with New Jersey, Autobella is, Southampton I should say, is located right at the Red Lion Circle at Route 70 and Route 206. You can actually hit a baseball from the Red Lion Diner into the Autobella parking lot to give you an idea where they're located. So Mike has been working on the car. He's got the C7 in the back, getting it prepped. We're getting ready to do some paint protection and ceramic coating. So let's take a look at some of the products that Mike has in the building here, and then we'll go check out the car itself. So stick around. So you can see behind me here a beautiful display of all these colorful bottles and so forth. So what they are is it's a product from the United Kingdom, and it's Infinity Wax. That's what is going to be applied to the car once we get all said and done. And the really cool thing is once you're done here at Autobella, Mike will set you up with a little, little goodie bag here of all the different products that you're going to need to maintain the car, and you have all of this stuff available for cash and carry for purchase as well. So new product to the US. I'm excited to see how it's going to perform on the C7, and we're going to run it through its paces because, like I said, my C7 is going to be a daily driver, and it is here in early January and in New Jersey, and we're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow in the coming days. Now, I'm not going to take the car out in 3 to 6 inches of snow, but once the car is cleaned up and prepped and ready to go, all that residual stuff, it's going to be driven, with the crap on the road. I'm not going to be driving it on packed powder or snow-covered roads. But like I said, I am going to drive this through January, February, through the winter months here in New Jersey, and we're going to see how this Infinity product works on the finish of the car. So with that said, let's take a walk in the back and go check out the C7. All right, so like I said, let's take a walk into the back, see what Mike's doing on the car, and we'll check it out. So Autobella also can get you all the different WeatherTech products too. So if you're in need of any WeatherTech products, they've got those as well. But you can see they've got the Llumar stacked up here, ready to go. They have the plotter up front and the cutter for all the Llumar paint protection. And they've got a beautiful, unfortunately, this is not my car, but it is a beautiful brand new M3 that's in the shop getting ready to be prepped. You can see they've got stuff taped on it, but this car is going to be worked on once my C7 is finished. And speak of the C7, it is right here up in the air with no wheels and tires on it, and this is Mike, the owner of Autobella. So Mike, thanks for taking the time to allow me to come in and kind of talk through and document what's going on with the Corvette. So,
absolutely, my pleasure.
So tell me, what's going on with the car?
Well, there's a lot going on. We have it floating in air, as you can see. The wheels are off. So we're still working on the car, obviously. We're past, we've done everything decontamination wash, which is a thorough washing of everything with the clay bar, and then we did an iron remover with all Infinity Wax products. After that, we dried it, made sure everything was okay. Then we worked on the interior, which was, in really good shape. It's a newer car, but we still had to do some work on it. We used, we blew it out, vacuumed it, used Infinity Wax's fresh interior on the inside, and their spotless glass on the glass, and then their APX all-purpose in certain areas on the carpet, just to pick up any kind of I don't want to say stains, but just areas that were a little more soiled than others, including the floor mats. Now, we've already done 2 passes, or 2 stages of correction on the paint, 2 steps. So we've done compound and polish at this point with different machines from Rupes and different pads of aggressiveness. So we're just about done on the paint. We just have some final inspections to do, and it's just a little tweaking in certain areas. Like we always say, it's like we spend 90% of our time on the last 10% of the correction process on the paint.
It's all in the preparation.
It is. It's all prep, and you just have to take your time with the surfaces of the vehicles. you just want to be, not, you just want to take your time, just so you don't set yourself up for any shortcomings. But we're at that point where we're kind of doing the final inspection and just a little more refinement, and just I got to touch up some certain areas that require a little more attention in the end as opposed to doing them in the beginning. It's just how I work. I just have certain methods I like to work with. Can't say they're wrong or right, that's just what I do. Again, the wheels are off, so we thoroughly cleaned the calipers today with Infinity's Super Degreaser, and then we used their new Synergy Prep, which prepares surfaces for either a wax or coating. In this case, we're going to put a coating on the calipers, which is the exact same stuff we put on the wheels, called Ghost Wheel Sealant from Infinity. That's been updated for 2022, so it's a little stronger and it's just a little easier to use. Gives a little more, I want to say like a little more glossier look, which I think you can tell on your wheels, which it's already on it. They do look a little deeper in color.
All right, so we have the winter setup for the Corvette. These are a set of Michelin Alpine Pilot Alpines, and you can see they've got the snowflake on it. These are dedicated winter tires for temperatures below 45 degrees. And this is what's going to be on the car. And Mike has prepped and cleaned these with a product from Infinity, and he's going to talk a little bit about that. That's this product here, which is also a consumer-ready product. So, Mike, tell me a little bit about what you did to the tire, the wheels here.
So after we, did our outside work on the vehicle and lifted it off the ground with our quick jacks, we properly removed the tires and the wheels with the tires on them, and then we clean them again, basically. So we use an iron remover called Liquid Fire from Infinity Wax, and we also use their new wheel shampoo. It's just a dedicated wheel shampoo for any car. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to take the wheels off or anything like that. But we did that to do all the prep work, and then we made sure everything was looking good on it. And then we did a prep spray wipe down on the wheels called Synergy Prep from Infinity. That got the surface of the wheels where we wanted them to be, so we knew we could then finally do the last step, which is to seal them with Ghost Wheel Sealant. And that is a ceramic-based product that will give you uber protection against the elements during the winter time. And it also is the reason it's meant for wheels and also the calipers or brake calipers is it's dedicated for these surfaces because it has a very high temp range, so it won't break down because your brakes are heating up the wheel. So it's dedicated just for that.
And this works on any wheels and tires. Like I said, this is the winter setup. Over here, I've got the black Motorsport wheels and tires, which are going to be the summer wheel and tire package that I run on the car, and we'll be able to use that same product on this setup as well. So it's not necessarily dedicated because it's a winter setup per se. That's a wheel ceramic coating for whatever setup you're going to be running.
Doesn't matter what wheel, it doesn't matter where you're driving the car. It's for any wheel that you want to put it on.
All right. So what have we done to the paint? I know you said we've done a lot of correction and so forth, and we're getting to the point now where the next step is going to be into the Llumar film that's going to be going on the car. And the reason I decided I wanted to make sure I used Llumar is the official paint protection film of Corvette, the National Corvette Museum in Motorsports Park down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I wanted to make sure I support that vendor that helps support my hobby. And we're going to be doing a little bit of Llumar across the entire front end of this car, mirrors, and then also down on the rockers, and a little section here that Mike pulled off of the car today. If you have a C7 and you may see a line here that came from the factory, and that they have a PPF on the car from the factory, but the line went across here. What we're going to do, Mike removed that. That's in his hand here. You can see it's all crumbled up as you remove the stuff. A little bit of a yellowing to it, but what we've decided to do, as opposed to ending it here, we're going to bring that all the way up the rocker, and we're going to cut it here. So like I said, we're going to cut that Llumar right here, and from there, tell me a little bit more about what we're doing. Once the Llumar is on the car, what are we doing from a ceramic standpoint, from a coating side of things?
So after we prepped everything and did the PPF and we're happy with everything, we're then going to move forward with the rest of the elements of the vehicle. And, you know, again, we're still going to, like, you know, we're always looking right before that last step we're going to put on. We're still refining. We're still making sure everything's just right. So we're going to put, did we talk about this on the PPF? So we're going to put Synergy Vitality on the PPF because it's the PPF is flexible. So it's going to contract and expand at different rates than the rest of the surfaces. So this is meant to be put on something like that. That's why it has flexible in it. It has a flexing agent in the product. We do use this on painted surfaces too, but specifically for this, we're just going to use it on the PPF. And it'll last a year. It'll last a year, which is normal for any PPF type coating. Then after that, we're going to move into Synergy 3, which is a full ceramic coating for the painted surfaces. And that's a 3-year coating, hence the 3 on it. This is their new professional coating that just came out like within about a month ago. And then this car is going to be the first car in the U.S. to actually have it on a vehicle.
Oh, cool. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. It's a 1-layer coating too. And it's going to give you just great protection, UV protection, protection against, you know, debris, dirt. It's just a breeze to clean once it's on the vehicle, and it looks phenomenal.
And what's this other product over here?
This is Diamond Vision, which is a coating for glass, the exterior of the glass. So we'll put this on all the windows surrounding the vehicle. It's a very easy product to use, lasts up to a year. Typically stay on the windshield 6 months, the rest of the car a year. Gives you great protection against the weather. So if it's raining or snowing or sleeting, it has less of a chance of sticking, which makes your visibility super, just better, safer for you. Super easy to clean. I meant to say super along the lines. It's just super easy to clean. So even if bug hits it during dry weather, you got to clean it. It just comes off way easier. And it's also anti-fog, so it helps you see. You know, when your windows start to fog up in the morning or at night.
Nice. And I've seen, you know, at other detail shops or so forth, or other, you know, ceramic coating companies, they'll talk about one coating that kind of does the whole car. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the glass, but, you know, I'm thrilled to hear that Infiniti is actually offering one specifically for the PPF and then one for the painted surfaces. Right. So tell me a little bit more about Infiniti, because it's not a name that rolls off your tongue here in the United States. No. Tell me a little bit more about who they are and what they're about.
They're a very popular company in Europe. They've been around since, I think, 2014, if I'm correct. So I think it says, 2014. Again, very popular in Europe. We brought them into the U.S. Where we're trying to get popularity built up here. They're a small company. They produce very high quality products in low batches. So everything is designed and made in their shop. Nothing's third party. So even the owner's the chemist, and he designs everything right down to the raw ingredients where they're sourcing them from. So it's just a very high quality product. If you're a car enthusiast and you're always looking for that top of the line product, this is it. Okay, this is absolutely a phenomenal product to use. It absolutely looks phenomenal. Protects everything they make, protects really well. Also really well priced though.
And that Infiniti product, they can buy that retail through Autobella as well, through your website. Okay, awesome. Correct. So guys, I'm excited to be the first car, you know, to give it a shot in the U.S. And quite frankly, we're going to run it through its paces here because this car is going to be daily driven. And like I said, I'm not a big blogger where I'm uploading on a daily basis talking about my life and my car itself. I like to bring you out to the different car shows and events and so forth. But I will be doing a little bit of a blogging, so to speak, kind of updating how the coating is holding up through the winter months here. And all these coatings look great when they roll right out of the showroom once they're done. But we're going to put it through its paces because we're going to run this thing as a daily driver here in the Northeast and through all 4 seasons. So we're going to see how this. I'm excited to see how the Infiniti Synergy 3 holds up as we go through the seasons here. So, Mike, I guess the next steps we're going to, like I said, you're going to fine tune it a little bit, and then tomorrow is going to be the PPF day, and then from there it's onto the ceramic coating. Correct?
That's correct.
cool. And one other thing I was geeking out about earlier is these lights that you have set up over here. It says Scan Grip on these things, and they're from Europe. And Mike was telling me these things are amazing in the fact that the light, you can actually change the Kelvin on them. So depending on whatever color car you're trying to correct, you can change the lighting on the lights themselves, the shade, to better reflect off of the paint of the car. So dark colored car here, it's set at one particular Kelvin. If you've got a white car, you change the color and you can adjust it so that, you know, it just goes to show you the type of products and tools that Mike is using here at Autobella. Not your standard just fluorescent bulbs going up against the vehicle.
No.
Very, very impressive. So guys, I'm thrilled to bring this to you. Like I said, I'm going to try and get some more content once we get the PPF on the car. And from there, we'll continue to update how the ceramic coating's holding up and how the PPF's holding up. But you can see the Corvette's up in the air, getting ready to be prepped for the next stage of protection. So thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank
you. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching the little tutorial here, and see where we go from here. Thanks.